Welcome. I'd like to introduce you to Dr. Priscilla Mifsud Parker. She's the partner responsible for families and wealth as well as corporate law at Chetcuti Cauchi Advocates. We're going to be discussing with her why so many companies opt for Malta.
Malta has undergone several changes during the last 2 decades. The Maltese business environment has become welcoming, and in fact we can see that many niche markets have established themselves here, including the pharmaceutical industry, the aviation and maritime industry, and also the ICT industry. In terms of the conditions for a company to set up here, since Malta is a member of the European Union and it is also part of the Eurozone, then it gives many advantages in terms of harmonization of laws, and therefore it is predictable as well, and it also allows for trading in the euro currency. Apart from that, businesses which are regulated or licensed can pass on from one member state to another and continue operating under the same license through the passporting rights. A business can also apply for a VAT number in Malta, and that allows for further trading with EU and non-EU companies as well.
I would presume that all these companies are attracted here by incentives. Perhaps you could elaborate on what is available.
Yes, there are a number of tax advantages, but there are also other incentives. In terms of tax advantages, the corporate tax rate is that of 35%. However, we operate a full imputation system, meaning that the shareholder gets a credit for tax already paid at source, resulting in a tax rate of 5% on trading and services. For holding structures, then, the applicable tax rate starts at 0% and goes up to a maximum of 6.25%. In terms of the other incentives then, which are not tax related, the Investment Promotion Agency in Malta comes up with incentives from time to time, and there are a number which are more financially related, amongst which subsidized loan rates and also soft loans. And then there are also incentives aimed at job creation, but also training of staff.
Are the advantages only aimed at corporate level? Are there also incentives at personal level?
There are incentives at personal level, apart from the basis of our taxation, which allows for tax to be levied on a remittance basis of taxation. There are also special rules aimed at highly qualified professionals, where there is a flat rate of tax of 15% in order to attract top talent to Malta.
You said that there were a number of companies already in Malta. Perhaps you could give us some examples. Are they manufacturing or services?
There are different types, so we have manufacturing, services and trading. Just some success stories. We can mention Lufthansa Technique, for example. There is Playmobil, there is HSBC's UK call centre, and there is also Tolly Products.
I'm sure that you've already heard quite a lot which would interest you in investing in Malta, but Priscilla, perhaps you can explain to us what are the first steps that companies should consider?
The first step would be to ensure that they have the right advisors in order to lead them through the process. Setting up a business in Malta is not just about setting up the company or the bank account, but it is also about taking the right steps in the right direction in order to ensure that the process is as smooth as possible in the most cost-efficient manner, and also taking into account all the implications, be they tax or any other implications.
Well, I'm sure that you've heard enough to understand why Malta has become such a popular jurisdiction for companies investing overseas. Thank you very much for being with us.